How's it going, folks? This is Wayne R back with another good fun technique lesson today, and today we're looking at arpeggiating chords. Gives chords a different feel, different dimension. It's a little bit different than strumming chords. You know, it's a technique that you hear quite a lot. Peter Buck of REM uses this quite a lot in the REM songs. I think it's really effective. So, like I say, I'll get onto that in a minute. It's sort of 3 simple chords and a little exercise that you can try out, and I think it's great fun and it sounds great as well. Before I get to that, I'd like to thank everyone who's subscribed. If you are subscribed, further way you could help me out if you haven't already is hitting that little notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video up. And if you follow the regular thing that I do, the song lessons and things like that, you know, please sign up to my Patreon page. Sorry to keep banging on about this, but if you want the chords, the lyrics and the strumming patterns to coincide, you know, with the lion's share of lessons that I do, particularly over the past 12 months, you know, sign up for as little as a couple of quid a month and you'll get access to all of that. And there's some exclusive stuff up there that isn't currently on YouTube as well, so I'll put a link to that in the description, also a link in the comments. Also, if you would, please go over and give me a like on social media, so I'm Wayne R Guitar on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now also TikTok, as you always say, I'm trying to get down with the kids. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so this exercise is in standard tuning, and with the 3 chords that we're going to use on this exercise, it's going to be an A minor, a C chord, a C/B. So if you never come across that one before, all we do going from the C chord, we take the 3rd finger off and we move the 2nd finger up to the 2nd fret on the A string, keep the 1st finger where it is, we get this C/B chord. So they're the 3 chords that you're going to be using. Now, rather than strumming chords, we're going to use this term called arpeggiating. All as that is, instead of strumming, we play all the sort of strings individually. So we start with a root note to the A minor chord, which is the open A string, and all we're going to do, we're going to pick down the strings, you know, A, D, G, B, E, back up again, B, G, D, A. So what we get is, so we're going to play the A minor twice, okay, and the second time when we play the A minor and we go back up again, when we go back to the A string, we're going to put the 3rd finger obviously on the 3rd fret on the A string for the C chord. So what we get is then we're going to do the C chord just one time, switch to that 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the A string. So again we got the A minor, which will go twice. So that goes around again. Okay, and the last time we go to the A minor, I think it's nice to finish off by keeping that A minor shape on and putting the little pinky on the 3rd fret on the top E string. And we do the same thing, picking down the strings and then up again. And then the last time, we sort of strum the A minor. Okay, so a good technique for getting that picking, rather than having your hand sort of floating over the strings, I think it's nice to sort of, you know, rest the outside of your palm sort of on the bridge, so it gives us a little bit more control over the pick, so we get that. Just makes it a lot easier rather than having your hand sort of, you know, floating over the strings. You can keep the hand sort of, you know, completely still, and you can just use the pick to pick the strings. Okay, and that is pretty much all you're going to need. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Hope you all dug that, and like I say, it's just something to try out if you've never done it before. It just brings a different dimension to the chords, and that's known as arpeggiating chords rather than strumming chords, and gives you a little bit more control over the picking hand as well. You have to sort of, you know, rather than strumming all the strings, 5 strings or 4 strings, whatever the chord, you have to think about what you're doing a little bit more. Plus, you have to get all your chord notes really clear. So it's a great exercise, great one to get down. And if you're into that style of playing, obviously, as I said in the intro, Peter Buck is a big, one of my favourite guitarists, you know, the guitarist of REM. He uses that a lot, you hear it on a lot of the REM songs, and it's really, really effective, so I'm a big fan of that style of playing. So I thought I'd share it with you guys, so I hope you all dug that. Thanks very much for watching. I'll quickly mention it again. If you are subscribed, further way you could help me out is hitting that little notification bell that's somewhere down there so you get notified every time I post a video up. And the Patreon thing, sorry to keep banging on about it, that really helps me out, helps fund, you know, my time filming, the editing, the research and doing these lessons. And it also helps you guys out as well if you want, you know, the chords, the lyrics and the strumming patterns, you know, to sort of coincide with the lessons, and you can print those off. So I think it's a good source for you guys as well. Another thing I always say, you know, word of mouth is a powerful thing. So if you dig what I do, please like and share my videos. Tell your friends, tell your work colleagues, anyone, you know, plays a guitar, please point them in my direction. I'd really appreciate that. So that just leaves me to say have a great morning, day, night, whenever it is you're watching, and I'll catch you all for lesson very soon. Take care.